Hey guys, about to play our first match of an Oath of the Gatewatch draft. See how we do. We have a blue-red, bit of colorless synergy, bit of surge synergy kind of deck. It's got a lot of removal, a lot of good removal. So we're gonna look to try to win, try to make the game go long, and then win with some of our later creatures who are quite large or fly or whatever. So that's the plan. This hand, we've got a 2-drop, removal, a way to draw more cards should we need to with our slip through space, because we may end up really needing that third land. So we'll just have to see. I'll probably play Coral Helm Guide. I mean, chances aren't great that he plays a 2-drop that I'm like willing to reality hemorrhage right away, and he didn't play any 2. I will go ahead and just play Coral Helm here. Maybe it gets reality hemorrhaged. Is a distinct possibility. Hedron Crawler. That might be worth reality hemorrhaging. Although he can, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. See what we draw. Okay. Yeah, it's probably worth it, especially when we have clutch and everything else. I don't know if I want to use slip through space yet, though. That's the question. But if I do, I should leave blue up. I don't think I want to, so I'll just leave red up. So I'm just going to reality hemorrhage the Hedron Crawler. He could have been about to play a reality smasher or something like that, and we don't really want to deal with that. Containment membrane can deal with him, but only at the cost of another card in our hand, which I guess would probably just still. Okay. Reckless Bushwhacker gets in there. Well, now we have 2 slip through spaces. I'm going to use one of them. God, it just seems like a waste when you're going to get in for the damage anyway, doesn't it? But I'm going to do it. All right, getting close to Wavewing Elemental, which is good. And we can Clutch of Currents something next turn. Probably not a Reckless Bushwhacker, but whatever else he might play this turn is probably what we'll clutch. Well, I'm glad we got rid of colorless. All right, we take 2. Devour in Flames. That's some serious overkill right now. Yeah, I'm just going to clutch that Immobilizer. And Awaken an Island. And get in for 2. All right, Stone Fury blows up our land, which I don't love, but I'm okay with it. There's our Hedron Crawler. All right, we're gonna swing for 2, play our Hedron Crawler. And in my turn, I mean, I feel like we can. Our opponent might play with the cards we have in our hand. So we have that going for us. All right. Well, we're going to take some punishment here. Okay. He should have played his Immobilizer first, because then he would have given all his creatures haste. But, you know, I'm okay with this. All right. So how many more allies does our opponent have? I'm trying to decide, like, what I should kill, whether I should kill things, and so forth. So I can Devour in Flames and Containment Membrane this turn. My opponent has one card left in his hand. He doesn't have the colorless for Immobilizer Eldrazi, but I feel like I should probably kill that. And Devour in Flames is huge overkill for that, but it's worth thinking about. Could also just play Wavewing Elemental and see if he can do something about that. The Wavewing can block even if he draws the land. Yeah, let's play our Wavewing Elemental. See if that can keep us alive. Might have been more worth it to do something else there. But we can do it this next turn. We can kill something that's a problem. Or a couple things. Or get rid of, you know, stop them from being relevant anyway, even if we can't kill them. Okay, well. I want to kill that with Devour in Flames, I would think. Does he swing with everything? Or nothing? Probably. Okay, everything. Yeah, I guess that problem. But we'll block here. And we'll block here. If he has a trick, we're pretty well dead. I think we are in great shape now, even though we're at 3. Opponent could have Touch of the Void or something. There's Deathless Behemoth too. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Devour in Flame. I'm gonna return this island. I'm gonna play an island. I'm going to stick Containment Membrane on this. And I'm going to swing for 5. So we did a lot that turn. Our opponent's down to 1 card. But we're, you know, we get to play Deathless Behemoth next turn. We have to hope his card's not bigger than Deathless Behemoth, but it could be. Okay. So, land, swing for 5. And then we play Deathless Behemoth. So if one of our creatures survives, that's not Hedron Crawler, we should have this game now. All right, so that game kind of went the way it should have based on how we constructed our deck. So, kind of feel like I want Radiant Flames against a deck like that. I mean, it would have killed most things he had going on. If I bring it in, I probably want to cut something smallish that becomes a lot less good. It might just be the Entangler. Because at least the Coral Helm Guide has some late game utility. The Entangler, not so much, other than blocking. So, yeah, I think that's what we do there. All right. Eldrazi Aggressors also seem like pretty good blockers in this particular matchup, but I don't really know what I want to take out. So, the answer will be nothing. All right, I think this is a keep. It's a little clunky, but got some removal. Hopefully we draw a lower curve creature, not another 6-drop. But, right, there's a lower curve creature. I'm going to go ahead and use Reality Hemorrhage here. Just like we did last time. We'll play Cultivator Drone, who can get us to our Deathless Behemoth earlier, at least. Hagra, that's going to be annoying. But we'll play our cultivator drone in our turn. So I'm going to get drained for 1 here. Hedron crawler number 2, huh? All right. So is he going to use removal on this thing? That would be a little sad, since I'm counting on it helping me play my Deathless Behemoth next turn. All right. I'm glad, like, these 2 Wavewing Elementals that we picked up pretty late definitely brought our deck to a better place, because we definitely had a way to make games go long or to stop an opponent who runs out of gas. But we didn't have very many finishers, and that definitely gave us one of those. Would have been nice to get some card draw, but you can't have everything. Okay. So interesting. I'm kind of leaning towards now just Clutch of Currencing that instead of playing my Deathless Behemoth this turn. Making him recast that is a pretty big tempo hit. Because he doesn't get to use its ability for even longer. Plus I get a creature out of this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to bounce that, and we're going to awaken an island. And we'll swing for 2. All right. Freaking retreat to Hagra, man. It's messing us up. 6-drop. Bane of Balaged. Yeah, that's bad. That is real bad. Whew. What do we do here? I mean, you can give it Death Touch, right? Yeah. Okay. My problem is I have to use these to cast my Behemoth or my Elemental, and I would be able to keep my Elemental alive or the Behemoth alive if I blocked with them. But it looks like I'm probably just going to have to play my Behemoth and block with that and sacrifice a couple lands to have any chance here. I don't have to tap both of them, do I? But basically. So, yeah, I'll play my Behemoth. That would have been better to use Clutch on, that's for sure. So if he attacks, I'll sacrifice 2 lands and block with my Deathless Behemoth, exile 2 lands. Guess I could also exile Cultivator Drone in a land. Then I can still play Wavewing Elemental this turn. This is fun. Life loss. That. Wonder if he has a trick to save his Bane. If he does, we're going to be real sad. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to just lose Cultivator Drone and a land here. And my Deathless Behemoth when it blocks, obviously. All right. And Deathless Behemoth. Try to stop it. You do, so we get 3 for 1, which is not a lot of fun. But it's what we had to do. You can't let that thing swing twice. And there's Mundo's Vanguard again, but that's a lot less concerning to me. Okay. A Wavewing Elemental. And in my turn. Mundo's Vanguard's going to get out of control in the near future. Wish I was playing white and could isolation zone that freaking thing. I mean, yeah, I'll take that. Okay. I think we swing with both. Okay. Well, maybe I should have used slip through space there, but oh, especially I definitely should have used slip through space there. I kind of forgot about his ability to do that, which isn't great. That was a bad mistake on my part, but it's also not the end of the world. I can still outrace him on damage. And one of these days I'll draw one of my 3 containment membranes, right? Coral Helm Guide died to a reality hemorrhage. Okay. So opponent is in top deck mode. We're pretty good. He has Retreat to Hagra in play, so not great news for us. But we do have plenty of removal that can deal with him. We just have to draw it. I'm going to just try to now. Right, well, we got 1 card deeper. In my turn there. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to have to just leave my Wavewing Elemental back, sadly. Or not. That is what we were looking for. What did you just draw? Okay. Okay, so if he draws like an Evolving Wilds, we're dead. Anything else, we're probably okay. So we'll just have to see. A removal spell would be the end of us, obviously. Oh! So is that. Why'd you come into play tap? That was a nice top deck by our opponent. Okay. All right. I think we still want Radiant Flame. Still seems good. Just didn't get it that game. Sweep Away is also looking pretty nice. Although Ancient Crab is 2. And that was what I was thinking I might cut. Sweep Away can bounce a lot of those higher curve creatures like the Mundo's Vanguard and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good. And probably better than like our Crab. Yeah. All right. Ephemeral early. Last game, if it had it early, it would have won us the game. But we'll just play Ephemeral, then we'll play Coral Helm Guide, then Nettle Drone, and see where things go from there. Slip Through Space plus Nettle Drone's a nice 4 damage, draw a card combo that I've had a few times in limited decks in this format. Do you have a 1-drop? No. Okay. Right now I think I just play my Coral Helm. And I end my turn. Slide Runner. Okay, I like that. Do I offer a trade? I think I do. I doubt he takes the trade. He might, though. He does not. And then we play our Nettle Drone, who hopefully doesn't just get like reality hemorrhaged in the face or something. But I take 3 here. Malakir Familiar. Gross. Okay, well, we need to draw a way to deal with that. That is not a way to deal with that, but we'll ping our opponent for 1. We will cast Slip Through Space. Come on, reality hemorrhage. Well, I don't mind that. Then we'll swing for 3. And I'll end my turn. We need our removal. We have a lot of it. Come to us. I mean, we got some nice late game here, but this freaking Malakir Familiar definitely puts a halt on some of those plans. But we do have a Coral Helm Guide for 4 here. Drop us to 13. Next turn, I can potentially block it with my Fumarole, especially if I don't draw something else to do, which is entirely possible. Okay. All right, Cultivator Drone. I like that. We'll ping our opponent for 1. I'll do that now instead. Since it can block and so forth. I think we play Deathless Behemoth first. Removal though, or this is gonna get ugly, I think. I mean, I'm perfectly happy trading a Cultivator Drone for a Slide Runner at this point. If he swings with it here, that's what I'll do. Okay. That is what I'll do. All right, there's that annoying thing. So now we... Okay. That will be removal at one point or another. But we've also got some nice inevitability. Deathless Behemoth and Coral Helm Guide right now. I like that. Hope he doesn't have Stone Fury. That would make me really sad. If he just Stone Furies or Deathless Behemoth right now. Did I call it? I think I called it. No, Okay. That's less bad. So we're going to ping him. I think I hold on to this land at this point since we have what we have in our hand, but maybe not. 5 mana. I mean, do I just play Wavewing Elemental and continue to bide my time? He's going to pump his whole team right now. If he pumps his whole team right now, that gives him a 5/5, a 4/4, 3/2, and a 3/2. So if I dumped all my mana into swinging with my Deathless Behemoth, he would go down to 4. I mean, swinging with him when he's unblockable. There's also the option of using Sweep Away right now and then leaving him without any really good blocks, but he can still like double block, tap. So, I mean, I think we play Wavewing. Let's have our Wandering Fumarole. So there is that as a blocker, which can still block these things. This thing, anyway. Yeah, I think I play Wavewing. I mean, I think that'll put him on a more defensive place. And in that case, I think I do hold on to the land in my hand, too. Because I can potentially use Sweep Away to just, like, get me there if I get the Malakir Familiar out of my way. So I just, in my turn, my opponent pumps his dudes. Gross. Let's see what our opponent has for us. Gross. Okay. Not liking the look of that. I guess if I'd played my land, there was at least a chance of making something unblockable and using Sweep Away. So maybe I should have. Does our opponent swing? Does he have... Is he brave enough? No. Okay. So... Ping our opponent. Interesting. But not good in this particular situation. Crap. Okay. Definitely have some thinking to do. I can potentially use Radiant Flames to like finish his board, depending on how he blocks. I just wish I had enough mana to also use Sweep Away and make a guy unblockable. Yeah, this is a hard one. Wish he hadn't played another flyer. So I drop him to 3, then to 2 if I swing with my Deathless Behemoth. I also don't have to tap any other resources because he has Vigilance. And then we can just win on the next turn. Our opponent, I mean, he is going to gain 1 from his Vampire Envoy. I don't think our opponent can kill us on the backswing. He also has a bunch of mana up, which is disconcerting. I still have my Fumarole inch, but his team is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And while I can do a little bit of damage to him, he can now counteract that with his Vampire Envoy. Okay, so what happens here if I swing with everything and get really crazy? Make this unblockable, swing with everything. He's forced into awkward blocks. Okay, let's do some math. If I swing with everything here, making my Deathless Behemoth unblockable, his Wave Wing is probably blocked by Malakir Familiar and killed. Nettle Drone will be blocked by something that won't even die in the process, and so will Coral Helm Guide. But they'll have enough damage done to them that Radiant Flames might be able to finish them. Like if yeah. So at least with Nettle Drone, it'll be enough damage that Radiant Flames could finish them. Even with this on top of it, if they block the Nettle Drone with something. So, okay. Maybe I don't need to be as anxious as I'm being either. Let's think. If he attacks, if he pumps all his guys, I drop him down to 8. I can sweep away something at the end of his turn, which means it'll be smaller and I don't have to worry about it. And if he attacks, I can sweep away something. I think maybe I should be more defensive and just wait until I can finish him with Deathless Behemoth. I don't know. I mean, this is a definitely a complicated board state. I could also, yeah. I can't sweep away, and actually I can sweep away in Wandering Fumarole. Yeah, I can block and then cast the sweep away. So there's that. This whole team's going to get pumped, but still, once it's pumped though, he'll be able to like swing into my board pretty effectively. God. Okay, I have Radiant Flames and Wandering. I mean, Sweep Away and Wandering Fumarole. I think I just rely on those, pass my turn, hope. And I mean, he's going to go up to 10 here, which is annoying. But we get to drop him back down. I think we just hang back and block everything because we can, except for one of them if we have to. And sweep away one thing. Yeah, I think that's probably the plan. So let's just let him go. And yeah, must be nice. I mean, I guess if I'd swung, he wouldn't have been in as good of a position. I mean, he could declare blocks and then do it, though, so never mind. Okay. All right. All right. Freaking Munda's Vanguard. Ooh, and that just got even bigger. I kind of forgot that would happen. Okay. What will our opponent do? It's not looking great for us. 8 mana. Okay, Bane of Balaged. That's not the end of our world. It's not great, but let's see what our opponent does here. Okay. Is that all you're swinging with? Okay, so if I use Sweep Away here, I'm not going to use it on that. I will just be taking 6. And then Sweep Away. You know, I probably should have just made him unblockable and swung. Like, the more I look at this board, it seems like that makes way more sense. I was just worried about an Alpha Strike, but I probably shouldn't have been. But I still have the opportunity to do that and rectify that mistake, I guess. I'm going to sweep away the Bane of Balaged at the end of his turn, ping him for 1. Yeah. He will have 5, like 9 damage just in the air, which is pretty bad. But yeah, we're just gonna take this 6. I mean, he can do more, but if he taps more stuff down, we're gonna be pretty happy. So go for it. Do it. Darn it. Yeah, I really should have just made my guy unblockable. Smoke in there. We do not want to see this in our life. Hey, another flyer. Okay. Still doesn't do us that much good, though. Because I want to make this unblockable now. He can swing with everything next turn. God, I should have made it unblockable earlier. I don't think I can rectify my mistake. If he swings with everything next turn, they're all going to be bigger. But I can block everything. Except one of them, but I can keep myself from dying. Like, I'll block this. I'll just end up taking this. And then I'll block that and chump, like with Nettle Drone or something. And I'll still have Wandering Fumarole. But yeah, I really should have just done this last turn. That was an error in judgment, for sure. If we'd drawn a colorless spell there, that would have been nice. But we didn't, so. He does get to gain some life, etc., but... No, I think we're just dead. Yeah, we are just going to be dead. Yeah, if I'd made him unblockable last turn, I would have won because... I don't know, I just got paranoid about how much damage that Munda's Vanguard can do, which is a lot. And I really shouldn't have. I should have just made this unblockable last turn. I would have had 4 blockers. He wouldn't have been able to get in for lethal. But now he can get in for lethal. I can only stop 4 creatures. Well, can he get in for lethal? I mean, but all of my creatures are going to die, except my Fumarole. So unless he makes some kind of mistake, I think we lose. But we'll see. We'll just see what happens. We will see what happens. He's going to play Bane of Balaged, though, so he's going to have a blocker. So, yeah. I am disappointed in myself. Where's our removal bin for that freaking Munda's Vanguard? And Radiant Flames ended up being awful because he got his Munda's Vanguard in play. But yeah, I really should have just made him unblockable. Like, I mean, you know, hindsight's 2020. I was afraid with all the mana he had up that he would just kill it, things like that. Okay. Survive this onslaught. I don't think I can. But maybe. So we block that. We block this. Actually, we can survive for a turn. Don't think it's going to do us a whole lot of good, though. We only kill one of his creatures and lose, like, all of ours. 2. He's at 3. Don't even have Touch of the Void in our deck. I was kind of hoping he would like forget to play a creature here. That was my dream. Oh, he's going to play 2 just to be safe. Oh my god. We can actually win. Flames. Turn our Wandering Fumarole into a creature. He may have a way to kill it, but... wow. We may have just lucked into a win. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. So... Oh, no. No, yeah, he tapped his guy. He can't put +1/+1 counters. We have just enough mana to make our Fumarole into a dude. So we're going to go Radiant Flames. Oh, God. If he doesn't have Gideon's Reproach, then we win. That was a crazy game. I should have won it anyway if I hadn't sort of been too anxious to be aggressive. But I may actually win it now on something really silly. He may have removal for it. Gideon's Reproach is basically all that he could play that could deal with it. Wow, we got there. Oh, man. I made that game way more difficult than it should have been and got lucky to draw the land I needed to go Radiant Flames at swing. So yeah, we won round 1 despite major mistakes I made on a pretty silly play. Siding in Radiant Flames turned out to be really good because our opponent happened to not play his Bane of Balaget. If he'd played that, we would have been dead. But he didn't. So he decided to go for 2 blockers, I guess, to make sure he could stop in case I had like a one creature removal spell, which is probably what I would have done too. And he didn't